to the front.
Hello. Big E is definitely in the building. Big H is definitely in the building. Dante is definitely in the building.
Yo.
This little crazy ass Dre is definitely in the building. Big shout out to my man Solo, guest appearance. He's part of the show now.
You might as well be part of the show,
Lolo
right?
definitely in the building. No, he came part of the show. He a Giants fan.
Yeah,
we love you, love. And I'm Big Soup, and welcome to Superstars of Sports. We apologize for us being off last week, but H had car trouble. He was sick.
Dang.
And I can't do no show without my brother. So
why I couldn't have the car trouble?
I don't lie to my fans, bro. Ain't nothing wrong. That little blue thing you got out there is dependable, baby.
Crazy, bro. That was crazy. Whatever I ate the day before, man, it messed me up.
You had like a food poisoning type situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but while we're here now, again, we remind y'all multiple ways that we need y'all help. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We know y'all watching. Share our stuff, man. If y'all like us and we like what we're doing, we know we got a bunch of faithful watchers and viewers. Share our stuff, man. It only takes 3 seconds to hit that share button on your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, all those things. Please hit a share, hit a like, hit a comment. Continue the dialogue of what we talk about in the comment section. We're very active in the comments. We respond to everybody because we appreciate the time. You check us out on War Room Sports on your Spotify. Follow Spin Wax on Instagram and Twitter. We're now live on Spin Wax every week, so you can catch out the program there. And like H says,
cost nothing to show love, y'all.
Nothing at all. So again, man, thanks for everyone that shows up every week, and we back and we're gonna keep these things rolling. So we're gonna kick the show off with the most anticipated move of the year that we've been talking since we started. Your man Harden finally gonna suit up tomorrow, H. How you feeling?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Probably won't. I don't know. I would like to think that he's probably gonna give us 35, but he'll probably do more like 27, 26, especially if we blowing them bums out.
It's gonna be a left-handed battle. You know, D-Lo gonna try to do something. With, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can try.
He's gonna try.
He can try. I mean, everybody tries.
Young boy Anthony Edwards a little tough.
I like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, but
I respect his game.
I do too.
I respect his game. I respect.
Yeah,
his game.
he don't fear no one.
No.
He respects the game, but he don't fear no one.
Yeah. And as he should, should. But my only concern with this whole thing, and I'm gonna stick to it now, is I believe we need a formidable big man unless we're gonna run with Millsap. If it's Millsap, I guess okay. Then get somebody else who can probably be a sharpshooter because Green is done.
Yeah.
And
what y'all think it is? Like y'all think he just age caught up?
Yeah, he just aged.
He can't even pull the trigger fast no more.
I'm just like that.
Like if he ain't shooting in the corner, he might as well just go sit down.
Yeah.
Like,
but my biggest concern is
I'm not even like too on it when it's in the corner no more.
I mean, he's shooting 44% from the corner.
Yeah, but it's just,
I think he's like 24%
how many attempts?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think for the season he's only 38%.
He's only 38, which is average.
No, but what I'm saying, I don't really care about the 30%. How many attempts?
Right.
Oh,
you get what I'm
saying?
saying?
They said 4.5 a game.
That's not enough.
He does. Furkan does 4.8.
Unfortunately,
and
his numbers go down.
Niang does 4.3.
Yeah, he's gonna get more.
I'm like, yo,
he's gonna get more. I'd rather play with Niang going into the playoff if I gotta do a certain roster.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather it's fourth quarter we gotta have a fifth play. You know what I'm saying?
I hit the group chat and let everybody know that we signed Willie Cauley-Stein.
How you feel about that?
I like him. I mean, he only
Willie who?
Come on now, coming out of Kentucky. You know, he got some bounce. I think he'll be good on this if Doc fixes the rotation right and gets James out there with the second squad. Right?
You just said my biggest fear.
Yeah, I know. We'll touch on Doc, but we're gonna talk about on the roster part on what you touched on first. If James separates Embiid during the stretch, then Willie Cauley-Stein is the type of center that he usually has success with. Right? Willie Cauley-Stein is not going to pick and pop. He's not going to hang out at three. He's going to set the screen and roll to the basket and jump out the gym. Right?
How's his defense?
It's okay. He's a trier. Right? He ain't locking anybody down, but he's not a turnstile.
He ain't gonna let you just bang on him, is he?
No, but he can defend out to the 3-point line. So if we do switch, and he's athletic enough. He's athletic enough to guard out to the 3-point line.
He gonna see about Willie. Willie who? He gonna see about.
I mean, you still gotta play the buyout market. The buyout market has been a little slow, just for overall talent together. Seems like a lot of these rebuilding teams are still keeping these veterans on the roster. I know the rule is that the veteran has to be bought out and signed by the new team by March 1st if they're going to be on the playoff roster. So within these next 4 days or so,
something will open up.
Something has to happen, right? Whether it be like they say already, Dennis Schroeder's staying in Houston, right? Dragic got cut, but he went to Brooklyn when everyone thought he was going to Dallas because Dallas wound up getting the dude from Washington, Dinwiddie, in the Porzingis trade, right? So they didn't. So along with Luka and Brunson, they didn't need Dragic, so he went to Brooklyn.
Trust Morey with this situation. Cause see, I think James was given to him. They already had some backdoor situation going on. He knew he was gonna get James from the time he came over here. And he wanted to join Doc Rivers. This is my personal belief. Could be wrong. We gotta see. He gotta make a move. You know what I mean? If you're planting it for this year, you did it for this reason at this time for a reason. So obviously you see what we see. We got a chance to go. He got to make another move.
Right. Well, so yeah, you are right. But you asked me, do I trust him? Yeah. I don't know if this time of the year, if it's a trust factor, because with the major move that we made at the trade line was getting Harden. Right now, you can only make a move if another team makes a move first. Right? Like you can't sign anybody right now. You have to hope somebody gets bought out, and then you have to trust them to be able to talk to someone to convince them to come here. So should
you have did more before the trade?
We didn't have no pieces. I think that's the part that we went into before. We didn't have enough pieces. No, we didn't have anybody good enough to bring back somebody good. Like you're another team. Do you want Furkan? Or do you want Shake Milton?
They want Toby.
But now you're talking about shaking up the core of the team.
Yeah,
you still got Embiid and Harden. That's the nucleus.
Right. But I think
that's the problem with Philly sports. We always give up a star to get another star. We need him with another star.
All right.
If you want to move Toby, that's an off-season move when you can kind of see the puzzle pieces of these other stars that want to be moved. Because we all know there's a chance that your boy Dame is going. Right, we all know there's a chance that your boy Beal is going.
We ain't getting that.
No, but we might be part of it. We might be part of a package, right? We also got to know what's going to happen, right? Inside information saying that Zion's going to want to one out.
You want that fat ass nigga?
No, but I don't want him. But I'm talking about the dominoes, the dominoes that may fall. Also, the biggest piece that is under the radar right now is Donovan Mitchell. Might be the next guy that wants out because him and Rudy Gobert don't get along.
I don't want Donovan.
I'll take Donovan in a heartbeat.
No. I like his game. I don't think it'll play well with Harden and Embiid.
Okay, but
I do.
I respect his.
That's legitimate. That's a legitimate.
But picture this.
And a lot of dudes from Utah who guns never be shit.
No, picture him playing with our second squad.
Or what I'm trying to
picture him playing with our second squad.
The multiple dominoes that might fall in this. Like I'm not saying we just gonna go get.
No, I get you.
So I'm just trying to prove the point that Tobias might be able to be moved. Because we're talking salaries now, right? But that's a move that you got to make in all season. You couldn't move Ben and Tobias at the trade deadline.
But what I'm saying is, a real GM who's going for it to win, as what's the GM for the Rams? Fuck those picks. He said, like if you're going for the gusto, I think he should have made more.
But the gusto was James because he believes
not just that, because I think he knew that was coming. You still got to, whatever he had to do to finagle, however he had to finagle, he should have got some kind of extra help. Okay. Not a star player.
Okay.
But from where though?
There was there was a trade. I think there was a trade at some salary he could have
you somebody. No, actually you couldn't.
From who though?
There was nobody unless the only piece that was worth something that would get you something back was Tobias.
All right, so we dangle him out there.
But who wants to pay 30? We don't want to because we got to pay him $35 million. Who else is going to take on all you're going to get back is who? The Russell Westbrooks. The John Walls, the other bad contracts, which is why you got to wait till the offseason to see the stars. And just going on Soup's point, I don't know if I completely agree with it, but going on Soup's point is maybe as Alfred, right? Yeah. So you got Batman and Robin. Now Tobias goes to the third option. Maybe he's not as bad as the third option compared to when he had to be number 2 with us. Yeah. So where are you going to get a better third option? Because James going to need the ball, right? Embiid is the MVP of the league as of right now. He's going to need the ball. You need someone that doesn't need the ball that can get what he needs. I'm with you. I would like Tobias going. You getting greedy.
I'm okay with Tobias being here. I don't like his salary.
Yeah, right. I'm okay with him.
I like Tobias, but I better see something different from Tobias from this point
You're
forward.
Right. You're right.
No, I don't gotta see nothing different. He can keep doing what he's been doing. We got James now.
Yeah, but he got to be more aggressive. He can't.
We got James
he was
now.
Too passive in the.
We got James now. Alfred stayed in the back cave, baby. You must say you ain't him on what's got to go
No,
on.
I'm hip with what got. Listen, cuz if he don't become a better player from this point
many-
on,
how many-
on your side with
he
this?
should be a better player.
How many shots is going to be taking a game?
He don't have to take many.
Be more aggressive in what area?
He should be a better player just off the simple fact that you're
Well,
running off of James Harden and Embiid.
I think what
there's
he's trying
no
to
pressure
say, hold
on you, cuz.
So this is, I think what he's
Don't
trying
be
to say.
scared to take over sometimes and drop.
I think what he's trying to
13
say,
or
we all know that Tobias' weakness in his game is his inability to finish around the rim. And he used to have to
and
finish.
he won't attack, cuz.
Right, he used to have to finish around multiple.
Is he going to need to?
Hold on, I'm getting to your point.
No pressure on
I'm
him.
getting to your point. So
No.
the thing is, his stance is he's weak. He's soft around the rim, and that's always been my knock on Tobias.
Yeah.
Now, because he's just weak around the rim, he shies away from contact.
Yes.
But now, going to Sue's point, with so much attention being brought to Embiid and to Harden,
That helps him.
it should help him. So now he becomes more efficient around the rim, which means, at least at this point, he's a better player now.
But that's why I said he better be better from this point on, because you got there's no whenever the big three was Simmons there, it was really a big two. It was him and Embiid.
Yeah.
You wasn't scared of Ben Simmons.
Right.
Now they gotta put their best 1 and 2 on these two guys. Man, he's
Right.
better than most.
But then that's why I
What is
say
the-
though.
What's Tobias average?
What,
Right
16?
now, I think, no, it's 19.
19?
Something like that.
19.
Good.
19.
What is James averaging?
30 something. No.
20,
26.
high 20s.
26.
What is Embiid average?
No, he's like 22, right? 22 and 10. 23 and 10 for Harden. Harden's 23 and 10 right now.
So what is
Embiid
Embiid
is
average?
31 and 12.
So my point is, Tobias can play his same damn game, long as these dudes play their same game. That's what I'm trying to
So I
understand.
think the word that
You get what I'm saying now, guys?
I think the word that he wants.
You get what I'm saying now?
Instead of playing,
Because I'm not to cut you
No,
off.
yeah,
I'm not.
you're
We're not looking for him to be no star no more.
Right.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
got
Just
you.
do what you've been doing, dude, and let these bulls be the stars that they gonna be.
I guess I'm focused on the playoffs because
Don't go
last
down.
year,
Don't go
because
down,
last
bro.
year in the playoffs
Man.
he shelled up. And I guess it's because the pressure was on.
And what you're saying,
but
the
now you don't
playoffs-
got the
But in the
pressure.
playoffs, we need him to average 20 plus points. You know what I'm
Last
saying? Because
year
he
he
robbing. He robbing last year.
right.
I get you.
You get what I'm saying
I
now?
get
I think what he wants to say, the way if I'm listening to you correctly, I think we just need him to be more efficient.
That's it.
Right, be more
There's
efficient.
no reason not to be.
Right,
But
and that's
19 game
and
is
that's different.
efficient.
But no, so he's needed 19 on 14 to 16 shots, right? So because remember I told you a couple weeks ago in a couple pods that the reason he keeps getting trading is he has the ability to be a 25-point scorer, but with his skills.
Easy.
But he can't finish around the rim
I'm
because of
answering that question
contact.
as soon as you get done what you're saying.
Yeah, so I just think he needs to be more. Meaning he can still get that same 19, but let's get your 19 on 9 shots instead of.
What team has he been on that he wasn't needed to be a Batman or a Robin though?
You're right. I'm on your side.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that.
With circle
You get
back
what I'm saying?
around. With
Yeah.
circle
I
back.
agree with that.
With circle back around to me saying the
Because he's not
movement-
no 1 or a 2. It's really that
Yeah.
simple.
It
No,
circles back
no.
around to me to saying that's why you don't move Tobias until the all season.
Yeah.
So you see what he's like as the third member. Now we don't get past the second round again, or Embiid and Harden is going nuts and nobody else on the team. And then now you
That's my fear.
Right, but
I didn't want to be better than
okay, but
that.
you can't have a feat. You gotta have the
Because I
facts.
saw last year, you saw
But you
him shell up.
didn't. Back to Sue's point.
I get it.
You didn't see him as number 3. You saw
I
him as a
get
strong
it.
2.
No, I get it. I get
Right.
it.
So back to your question: do you
I
trust
just keep
Morey?
seeing that shit
I don't know if you can hold Morey to a different standard because he made the biggest move by getting Harden. He received the best player that was available in all of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he did his job as general manager. Now the second part of general manager, like you said, is fitting the pieces around the parts. So I don't know if you can say, can you trust him? Because right now, the way the game is set up, you just have to hope someone else, once out of their situation, accepts a buyout and then becomes a free agent.
Yeah, because you look at it like this, if you keep talking about last year, if Ben Simmons is averaging 20 plus points a game, we not mad at Tobias now.
Shit, not even 20. If he's averaging what he averaged on the regular season.
Yeah, we not mad at him.
Because Ben
You
was
get what I'm saying now?
Ben was
We not
17
mad at
during
him.
the regular season and
We,
was like
we
11
started,
during
we
the
started looking at
playoffs.
Tobias because Ben's not doing us, so we like go, okay, dude, you making all this money, like what's up with you?
Yeah.
That's really it was week 2 of the podcast.
Yeah.
we started going at him.
Yeah.
Okay, but as your point you made, you like he doing what he normally do, and I'm like, damn, he's not a number 2.
Right.
It's really that simple.
He's
He
making
ain't no
number
number
1
two.
money, but really been the number 3 player.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
if
on
anything,
their
be
brand.
mad at whoever cashed him out.
That's on brand
That's what you
for
be mad at.
ruining
Right.
the Jimmy Butler situation.
Yeah, that's
Right, they tried to save face. They were like, we got Jimmy Butler and we got Tobias in the same year. We can't lose both of them.
Yeah.
So, do I trust Morey? I was leading up to the trade. I was like, no, because I thought he was punking out by not trading Ben for what he went. But he stuck to his guns like you said he should.
Yeah.
He got his guy.
Yeah.
He received the best player that was moved in the trade deadline. So I had to give him some reason to believe that see that we might not be enough around the edges and make some moves to get us something around the edges. And when you add a player as good as Harden, as good as a player as he is, you increase the bench too.
Right.
Because now you have 2 ball handlers where you can leave Maxey with the second squad for certain periods of the game.
And he can go off.
If Doc can get the rotation right. Right? And Maxey can go off on the second squad.
And
So
Maxey plays better with that second squad, yo.
I've always thought that.
He need a green light.
Yeah.
He need a green light.
Yeah, on that jump.
He need a green light.
Yeah, because I mean, even Embiid played better with Curry initiating the pick and roll because of the shooting fear that you would have of Curry coming off of the pick.
Yeah.
Maxey just needs the lane open.
Yeah, he need to go off.
Right, so he can play the quote unquote point guard when Embiid's on the floor, but if you let him loose on that second squad, like he did in the Milwaukee game right before the break when he scored, I think he scored 22 in the game, but he had 14 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
When Embiid was on the bench, he just started going crazy, and then Embiid carried him to the end where with chip-ins from Niang and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's on the floor without Embiid, I wish I should have looked it up. I wish I could look it up. Just Maxey's field goal attempts, field goal percentages, and the amount of points he scores with Embiid not on the floor.
Everything is to the bucket, yo.
Everything's to the bucket. Everything's aggressive. The green light
I
is
love
on.
that kid, man.
So if you move him to the second unit, if you spread out the players and Doc gets the rotation right, then Maxey will be your main scorer, which automatically increases what you're doing on the second unit.
Another thing too, I'm not in a rush to get rid of Tobias too, because I'll give you another example. The year your shirt is reminding me of that year. When we went to the chip, they got rid of Theo Ratliff for Mutombo. We needed both of them.
Yeah.
We needed both of them.
Yeah.
We needed both of them, guys.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm telling you,
So-
I would love to have seen what would have happened if we would have had.
But you can't get one without the other. But
if we would have had Theo playing power and had Mutombo playing.
so they had a
center.
young.
Yeah.
Well, we had Matt Geiger come back for that.
We had
And
who?
we had
We
Matt
had who?
Geiger. Matt Geiger.
We had who?
He averaged 12 in the finals.
We had who?
That guy was ass.
But
We
this,
had
but,
who? No, this is what I'm saying. We need a Matt Geiger too.
Yes.
We needed all of that.
So you're not totally wrong, but if you ask me, and we're going to go back in history, what we really needed was a healthier George Lynch. Because when
he was a scorer. He disappeared.
He was hurt. He got hurt in the Toronto
he
series.
still disappeared.
Oh yeah, he disappeared because he broke his foot. He couldn't play. Because what really killed us, like, yes, Shaq and Kobe did theirs, right? And AI and Mutombo did theirs. But what killed us in that final was the Rick Foxes, right?
Yeah.
It was Robert Horry.
The
It was the wings that was killing us, and all we had was Jermaine Jones, who was a rookie, and Aaron McKee on a broke foot. If we had George Lynch there to play some defense for the rotations, I think that's what. I'm not saying we would have won.
And then we had Mutombo there.
I mean,
we had Theo
but you
Ratliff
couldn't
there.
get both, man.
But that's my thing with Harry. What I'm saying to Harry is I don't want to keep giving up players for other players. Like
Right.
I want to be able to keep what we got right here, the nucleus of our team, and add to that versus always snatching away.
Yeah, I'm willing to
You know
give
what
it a
I'm
ride to the end of the season. If we still
Yeah,
end up in the
yeah,
second round,
yeah.
then the only thing because you're not going to move Harden, right? You're absolutely not going to move Embiid.
Yeah.
So Tobias is the main piece that goes moving forward if we get
I'm
knocked out
hoping
in
that
the
he
second
plays
round.
well. To be honest, I'm rooting for him. I'm
Yeah.
rooting for
I want him
Tobias.
to play well.
I want him to
Because
play well.
if he could play well, he's going to be a nice compliment. But
Yeah.
if he don't, this year he got to go.
But that contract is just so big, yo.
That was a dumbass
The
contract.
contract's so big.
I agree with you.
But I'm willing to suck up the whole podcast talking about that. Yo, whatever y'all want to move on to next. But I don't know.
What did you think of the All-Star game? Like, anybody watch the All-Star game?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch Steph drop 50?
Nope.
I mean,
I
he
watched
did
it
what I
on
thought he was going to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna address a small part of it. This is the second year in a row where they did the Kobe score in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
and I think if you watch the Pro Bowl 2 weeks ago and how nobody
I didn't
cared
watch
about
that.
anything, right? Nobody cared about
Right.
anything. But watching the All-Star game in the NBA with this format, it actually made the game interesting.
Okay.
So I got to give a kudos to the NBA for coming up with this format. How the first 3 quarters they're playing for a local charity. So the players actually try to win each quarter to get money for their charity. And in the fourth quarter, it's the Kobe factor, right? You got 24 points. And the first one to get to the 24 mark wins the game. And the last 2 years, like this year, I mean, they were like, Embiid was going crazy trying to carry the team there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, LeBron was taking over. Last year, Giannis would take, they were playing they were playing lockdown, smacking the floor Duke defense in an All-Star game. So shout out to the NBA for at least making their All-Star game enjoyable because we all know
contest
Friday.
still ass,
I was gonna say because for Friday and Saturday night, as horrible as that was, at least the game was good on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Dunk
And they had a good halftime
contest.
show.
Who the hell does it?
They had a good halftime show.
The NFL?
No, NBA.
Who was the halftime?
DJ Khaled and all that. I liked all that.
Oh man, I wasn't even paying attention.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I like that better than Dre and them. And I didn't even think I would.
All right, so he needs to be smacked up aside.
I really do, because looking at 50 upside down and all that, I mean, like, I don't know about all this.
There ain't nothing better than Dre out there, though. You want Khaled dance around, not like ruining the songs?
I was more entertained by Khaled than I was by Dre this year. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I was entertained.
I'm kind of surprised that I was, though, and I'm dead serious. I was
entertained by was Juwan Howard smacking the shit out of that coach.
Hey, listen, what the argument about?
Yeah, I've heard.
So this is the situation. Wisconsin was up by 14 or 15, right? Less than a minute left. With like the 3-minute mark left, like most coaches do, Michigan's coach Juwan Howard started having his guys play press defense. So every time Michigan won, there was full court pressing. Now they weren't catching up, but it's just something that you teach your team to do, right? So what Wisconsin coach did with a minute left was his team was having trouble getting the ball inbounded, right? So but they were still up by 13 with a minute left. So what he did was call a timeout. Because in college basketball, if you call a timeout, when you're inbounding the ball from underneath your basket, it'll get advanced automatically to the half-court line. Right? So they automatically advance. So he was teaching his team during these scenarios, if the game happens to be closer and we're getting pressed, you can call a timeout. We'll advance the ball, draw a play. Juwan Howard didn't like that he called a timeout. He figured
you already won it.
You're already winning while he called a timeout.
Disrespectful now.
But I get with the other coaches.
But the coaches like you're coaching your guys a philosophy that we're going to press when we're down. We try to get some easy buckets. I'm going to teach my kids like, hey, we're a week away from March. The tournament's coming up. You're going to run into teams to play all different types of styles of defense. If we're having trouble against the press inbound, let's call a timeout, advance it, and we'll practice our plays to get the ball inbound.
How much time was left?
Like 58 seconds. They were up by 14.
And he called his timeout?
He called a timeout.
You drawn?
No, because he's still teaching them.
He's coaching his players.
Because next time we might be about 3. Don't force the ball.
All sports have unwritten rules, man. Certain things you just got to follow, man. I understand where it's coming from. There's unwritten rules in every sport, and you pay for them in every sport.
Okay, so then he can, no matter how you look at it, he can flip it and say, well, why are you pressing me? Why are you playing a full court press?
We're down 14.
Okay, so I'm going to call timeout.
The game is lost.
There's nothing we can do in 58 seconds. I mean,
so then why are you trying to press him?
So just succeed.
So let's succeed. Back up. Let me inbound the ball, and we'll let the clock roll.
No.
You can't have it both ways, H.
Juwan Howard deserves to smack the shit.
No, but that's not who he smacked. So
I'm talking about.
So the rest of the story was they go to the handshake line.
Right.
Juwan was mad that he called the timeout.
Right.
He was blatantly walking past the head coach. Now this is where
he didn't smack the head coach.
No, he smacked the assistant coach.
Okay.
This is where Wisconsin bull fucked up, right? If you see Juwan Howard is mad at you, let him walk past you. You don't have to shake his hand.
Did he grab his arm? He
grabbed Juwan Howard's hand and stopped him to try to explain to him, I wasn't calling that timeout.
This is the head coach.
The head coach of Wisconsin stopped Juwan Howard in his tracks and tried to get his point across that I wasn't trying to show up your team.
Knowing he was mad.
Just let that man walk away. So Juwan Howard gripped him by his shirt and told him, don't put your hands on me, but then he lets him go.
Don't touch him.
Absolutely. 1,000,000%. Juwan Howard starts pointing in his face, right? Don't touch me, yeah. But no, he doesn't touch him. He doesn't touch the Wisconsin head coach first. But now everyone's starting to bubble up at the handshake line.
Fucking riled up.
When the offensive, one of the coaches for Wisconsin came up bumping his gums over top of the Wisconsin head coach, right? Towards Juwan. No one knows what he says, right? And you can make a joke and say, if you're worried about a timeout, you should have told Chris Webber to call a timeout in the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't know what he said. But whatever he said caused Juwan Howard and his 6'10" frame to reach over top of the Wisconsin head coach and open hand smack the shit out of this coach. He smacked him.
You ain't see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh.
But I saw the broad in the suit after that.
So there was 2 or 3 players that started fighting behind him, and maybe some other assistant coaches got into it.
Because one player, I think, from Michigan called a vicious 2-piece.
Yeah, and number 0 for Wisconsin got rolled up out of there.
Yeah.
Because he thought he was going in with the towel on his head, and the towel got knocked off, and he tried to skedaddle to the back. So in the aftermath of this, Juwan was fined 5 games, which is technically the rest of the regular season.
Yep.
But he can coach in the Big Ten tournament, and obviously, if they make it, he can coach in the man. So, you think he made out clean?
Because there was some sports analysts saying that he should have been suspended for the rest of the year and throughout the March Madness situation, which I thought was a little overly excessive. Now, Juwan Howard has a history of being a little aggressive. I think last year.
For those who don't know the history, he almost choked up Mark Turgeon of Maryland. He had to be held back by 3 different coaches.
Yeah, but
because he was going to yoke him up.
Yeah, because he might have said something crazy. So I'm on Juwan's side.
I feel like you're on the Antonio Brown side.
Yeah. I'm all over there. I'm with them boys. But
I feel like the 5-game suspension was light. I'm one of the ones that think he should have been suspended for the rest of the year, regardless of the tournament. Because this is why I feel this way.
How do we know that man say nothing racially motivated?
We don't know, so we're not going to play both sides of the
I gotta play that
But
side.
what I do know,
for
for a fact is the point that you made that while he was smacking up that coach.
Right.
Players started fighting behind him.
Yeah.
You are a leader of men. You are supposed to guide these men. And
sometimes a gang leader leads his troops into the wrong battle and things go wrong.
So you're the University of Michigan, and this is how you're looking at it.
No, I just support.
He represents the university.
No, what I think what he did was wrong. I think the suspension warrants the crime. Yeah. I don't think it was over excessive, and I don't think I think he's fine. I don't think he should have been penalized any more than 5 games. That's fine with that.
I don't think he should have been fired, but I think he definitely should have been suspended.
Fired? Never. I never thought.
Come on, man. I wouldn't have been. I don't think he should have, but I wouldn't have been mad if that was the decision because you're literally in a handshake line.
No, it was
smacking the shit out.
I can't. I respect his.
You can't do that.
I respect his.
You coach youth football, right? No. What do you tell your kids to get ready for the handshake line? Hey, keep all the trash talk to the side, smack your hands, and let's keep going, right? Yeah. Whether we won or lost, especially if we won. They gonna be mad. Don't let them get in your. You know what I mean, handshake, keep it moving. You can't be starting the fight at the front of the handshake line. No, but you take that to the side, right?
Bullshit never open his mouth.
Yeah, I just think that
bullshit never open his
mouth.
No,
you're right.
If you don't run your mouth, I will smack the shit out you. I'm not gonna say we don't know what he says. Don't say nothing to me. Who is you?
I just feel like at a certain point in life, depending on what decisions you make in life or who you decide to be in life, you lose that right.
No, listen.
H, you lose that right.
No, I think you're confusing my point. I support Juwan Howard, but what I think he did was dumb. He shouldn't have did it. He could have jeopardized his whole future. He wants to be a coach. He's actually a good coach.
Yeah.
It was dumb. But the other side of me, I'm like any regular nigga, like, smack the shot at that nigga. I don't really, cause either way, it don't faze me.
I give you a good example. Like me, I get who I want to hit. I don't got nobody to answer to.
I'm not
when you got people to answer to, you got to start.
It's $1 million different. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I don't think he should have been fired. But I would have understood.
I disagreed. I sat there and said I like the fact that he smacked the shit out of the ball. Right. Bullshit kept his mouth shut. But everything he did jeopardizes everything he wants to try to be.
Which is why I can't.
So it was the dumbest move, and he shouldn't have did it. I'm not gonna go against it.
I think the suspension should have been more.
But on the regular side of things, like any average human being, I found some humor in it because I'm not missing.
Of course, it's funny.
Yeah, smack the shit
out of the ball. Bullshit
but
he can't be there.
But
we
it's
need
wrong.
some mind in his business.
It's wrong. It's wrong. Bullshit mind in his business.
Ace loves playing one half of the story with assumptions, but don't give assumptions to the other side. So you trying to say he could have said something racist? What if he was like? I know.
What if he say your mom's a hoe? Smack the shit out.
You don't think Juwan would have told us like, yo, he was dropping the N-word on his joke? Because if Juwan comes out and says, yo, homeboy called me the N-word, he wouldn't have been suspended.
Another thing too is playing for the second ratio. His team not riding with him.
Right.
There's nothing that he did was right, so I'm playing for the sake of it. Like, let's just hope the nigga said something racial, say he did off. Like, the fact is. One thing for sure, he was wrong all the way, but I don't think it warranted him to be fired.
Okay, I don't think he wanted to be fired.
I don't think it warranted him to be missing March Madness either. I think a 5
they might not even get in March Madness.
Well, they don't get in. Yeah. But
I definitely don't think
I think a 5-game suspension is fine. I think it's fine. And warranted.
Was anything done with the other coaches?
I haven't heard that part yet. I think something happened. I think the Wisconsin coach got fined and suspended a game or two.
Yeah, the only reason why I do say
he initiated the aggressive behavior.
What I'm about to say.
By stopping Juwan, just let Juwan go. Just let him go in.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you can tell Juwan was pissed.
But I'm not the one that you smacked, right? Like I grabbed you. You was like, look. Juwan would have been better smacking the head coach.
I'm smacking everybody, man.
I feel you.
You gripped me. You said
something. The head coach explained this stuff, so it was over with. Matter of fact, I've been in situations where it's over with. Me and you arguing, it's over with. And here come the other boy, here come your man. I'm like, dog, you don't got nothing to do with this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you getting all the smoke.
But he riding for his coach though.
Yeah, but it's like you don't got nothing to do with this.
He probably did deserve to get
caused the boy to get treated.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
You
You got nothing to do with this.
I had to open palm this boy on camera. Yeah, could have cost me millions. No, Juwan was tripping, man.
Talk about doing some wild.
Because that could have turned into a malice at the palace type of situation.
And that's why you can't get into it.
Yeah.
That's why you can't do that shit.
And had it did all that good thing it didn't, then Juwan, you banned from everything. Yeah. Like, you out of here.
Because that's my thing. You my brother, you on the team. I see a ball going up top. I'm coming down the stands and I'm in that.
It's supposed to be that.
So can I ask how you felt? Something like that happened to your brother. If you was in the stands,
I'm in the mix.
You was in the mix, right? Right. Which is why Juwan can't do that. Which is why Juwan can't do that.
Hey. It could just be my favorite player. I might be in that. You know what I'm saying?
So someone with the hell hurt. So when the rail fell on Jalen Hurts, you was
nigga hit Jalen. I'm in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in that. Nigga, you hit Malcolm Jenkins. I'm in there. There's certain dudes I ride for.
You know if someone touched Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, with the song saying, yeah, the guy gonna pay my bill tonight.
Come on, Brian Dawkins, cuz I think that you gotta fuck with the whole city if someone touched.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's why I say, Juwan, you could have really tipped that somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Go get him in the back. Go talk to him in the back.
Man, it ain't happening in the back.
But I ain't gonna hold you, cuz. That's the one thing that I'm a firm believer in. I'm a firm believer in calling the dude to the side and taking him. Let's go down this hallway by ourselves.
Right.
I'm into that.
Yeah,
I'm into that. H, let's keep our jobs. Nobody getting fined.
You can explain to me why you call the time in the back.
With that kind of money, yeah.
I'm gonna see you really mad for real.
We talking about Michigan.
See, I'm gonna forget that I come from I got all that money and the street side of me.
Right.
It happened right here, so whop.
Because now you're thinking, right, Michigan,
that's what happened with
Michigan is the Jordan school, right? So now you fucking up the Jordan bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You messed up a lot of money.
Jordan like that little kid.
I mean, probably do. You seen how Jordan pop and fly at the All-Star game, right? You see what Jordan said to Magic, right?
This and everybody. Yeah, he said lace him up.
He said lace him up right now. Like, he's like, yo, like, right the fuck now, right? Then he cussed Cat Williams out because Cat Williams beat the Hornets a couple weeks ago. He's like, I remember what you did to my team. Like, Mike's still on his shit, yo.
Yeah, Mike's still drunk. He old head, he better.
Talking about old head bitter. Talking about bitter, that's a nice transition into the next topic, right? We talking about bitters, people that acting all crazy. Soup, I'm going to direct this one right at you, because this is your boy. You out there singing the Kim for Kanye?
Yo, I love Kanye, guys.
So you ain't got no problem with all this shit he's doing?
You know what I got a problem with? And I told my wife, me and my wife got into like an argument about this.
Okay.
Cause she follows Kim.
Yeah.
Every time Kanye harasses her, she's like, "Yeah, look what he did."
Yep.
All you gotta do is ignore him. It's that simple, yo.
But you can't ignore her.
You have to.
I mean, she does a good job of ignoring.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Okay,
every idiotic thing Kanye does, she sends out a tweet or something trying to save face. Don't even try to save face with this idiot. Leave it alone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So maybe my question is, do you really think he's doing all this to get Kim back? I don't think so. Because first of all, it's two different sides. He says he wants Kim, but he's photoed everywhere with this Julia chick up in her mouth at any chance he can, right? Flaunting her off, right? But also at the same time saying Pete can't be there with his ex and he wants his girl back. But at the same time, we all know Don the 2 is coming back. And it just so happened he's having all this internet beef with everybody as soon as he's ready to drop an album. Last time he wanted to drop an album, he wanted to go talk to Trump, right? The other time he wanted to drop an album, he wanted to talk about slavery was a choice and it wasn't forced on his own people. This dude does a lot of wild...
I don't leave my comments on that.
No, I'm not saying whether you're right or wrong. I'm just trying to say...
That's kind of go ahead.
No, I mean, that's what he said.
I agree.
And he has these type of comments.
I think you already know how I feel about it.
He got a point.
You already know how I feel about that. I already told you. I said that before he said it. Like, not that way, though.
Point, man. He wasn't lying when he said slavery was a goddamn choice, man. I die right here before you put them chains on me, cuz. You tripping, man.
I don't think I don't think that's the type of choice he was talking about.
There was no other choice.
I think that's how he meant it. It's the delivery of what he said.
What was the other choice?
That's it. You gotta die.
What was the other choice, guys?
He was
get on this boat, put these chains on,
but that's not what he was saying.
Nigga, kill me right here. He was getting this Trump. Nigga, kill me right here. I ain't getting no Trump.
Even when you got to America and you saw what it was hitting for.
I'm fighting.
Kill everybody. You gonna kill the whole plantation?
That's what I'm saying.
When he was making,
but that's a whole
other
like
debate.
Soup was saying, no, he was saying on the fact that it wasn't a battle. Like you would have to kill me here. I know you were trying to.
Oh man, go ahead, man. I'm hungry, man.
No, but he was trying to say that people just walked into it like, okay, cool. But that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
that's what caused the uproar.
Right?
It was the delivery.
It was the delivery. And then the Trump thing, wearing the MAGA hat, right, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Even the Trump thing was the delivery.
All I'm saying is all these things happen when he wants to drop an album. Right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Does he really want Kim back? Does he really care for Kim? Or is he just trying to get attention? Because remember, as he's going along, it's not just about clowning Pete or trying to win Kim back. He's starting to diss media outlets and YouTube and all that stuff. And then what happens? He opens up his own media player, right? Stem Cell.
Yeah, stream his own.
Right. Like it's
kind of genius, though.
It is, but again,
everything
why are you using your breakup?
That's what's happening right now. We talking about it.
But we're talking about the clowns. Guess what? I'm not going to listen to that. I've been stopped listening to his music. I listen to his production.
But whether you going to go listen to this or not, we're giving it airplay right now on our podcast.
Why you hating on Don? Because he wants his girl back?
But he don't want Kim back.
But why you mad, though?
I'm not mad. I just think
you like his music?
I told my wife the best way
his actual songs. I like the songs
he
he produces. Like the joint he produced for Push. I listen to it all day. But his Diet Coke, I mean, it was half Kanye, half 88 Keys, like that kind of stuff. I listen to stuff that he produces, like the last time he was on that MAGA shit.
So you ain't like Graduation?
That's old, yeah. Like I'm talking about like the last 4 albums. Pablo,
you don't like that?
None of that. All of the trash. No. We started getting into the gospel shit. All that's not me.
You don't believe in Jesus?
You don't like that?
I'm Catholic. I do believe. I'm talking about I don't fuck with his music because it's boring and it's horrible. But when he just produces, like he produced all of Daytona, which is Push last album. Loved every single song on it. Right? I love a lot of stuff he produces.
Classic to me.
I love a lot of stuff he produces, but I just don't like the songs that he makes, especially now that he's in this gospel.
It sounds like you mad that you just mad at Kanye.
I'm not mad. I think it's cornball activity. Right? I think it's cornball activity. I think it's cornball activity. If you really want your wife back, if you really want your family back, then do what you need to do as a man to get it back. Don't use social media.
I bought a house across the street from him. What you mean, player? I just told her.
That don't.
Girl, you ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna watch you every step.
And that leads to the shit that Soup been saying since episode 1. What's up with these young boys?
He ain't young boy. He always.
Nobody doing nut shit over some pussy.
I don't want the kind of yams that gonna make me buy a house from the street.
Right? So this is what I'm saying.
If listen.
Now we in his wheelhouse. I got him in his wheelhouse. He's trying to pause the podcast. Yeah.
You 50-something years old.
Yeah.
I'm in my late 40s.
Yeah.
If anybody give me some yams that I can live anywhere in the world, but I buy a house next to you, so I can see who coming in and out of your house, them yams too crazy.
You don't want
yams? I don't want them.
I mean, look.
Would you fight for her to get back? Would you fight to get back?
I mean, if that's your wife.
Just for the fact that she's dating somebody like Pete Davidson, I wouldn't want
her.
So
you got two kids from these yams. Think about the previous trash she had before Pete.
Hey, why you calling Amber trash?
It's not about. He's talking about her. Like, Humphreys and all them types of things. No, but what I'm saying to you is, I've been in a situation already. Like,
I've been with
shorties. Let me hear me out. I've been with shorties. We had little breaks.
Yeah.
If the dude that you hollering at during our break is like if I consider him to be
like the opposite end of the spectrum of what
you can't have me back.
Right. Oh, I agree with you on that one.
So where we going with this?
Yeah.
But if I see you with a nut, somebody that I think is
free bro, he's just trying to get.
We can't. If I see the board, I'm like,
we talking about Pete Davidson.
This type. I wouldn't talk about it.
I'm not taking.
I mean, he talking about the city of guys getting his goons from Chicago and rolling up to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, my pride and my pimp game is different.
Like Pete Davidson,
the fact that he's still writing raps about this, I'm like,
Pete Davidson is not a gangster.
But I think he salty though. You salty because you thought you had something. She settled for this.
But how you so salty if you necking Julia, whatever her name is, every chance
she ain't a real nigga. She a rebound, man.
But let that be a rebound then. What you
know he was gonna get right back. She ain't gotta do it.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
He like home.
But to me, he's a cornball.
He a man with pride.
He a cornball
like that.
He a cornball. Go get your wife back. I'm all for getting your wife back. I'm all for getting your family
really
back.
Ain't worth getting back. I mean, she a nice eye prize, but that's it, man. I wouldn't want to.
I mean, like me, like I definitely look at your body of work once me and you split. If I see a boy that's kind of weird, I'm like, shorty,
I'm looking at your body of work prior to me.
See, I don't because
I don't
feel like
judge you, but
different stages and different ages call for because somebody might. Let's say like this: the person that I was at 19, somebody might look at one of my old shorties like, damn, you mess with bull. Like that's
some niggas just
no, but I'm just saying the stuff that I was doing at 19 and 20, ripping and running through the hood, doing weird stuff. A shorty might be like, damn, like you mess with bull.
But if it's a bunch of them.
No, but
it was a bunch of that.
But she might have 5 situations.
Listen,
she might have messed with me when I was 19 or 20, right? She might have messed with you when you was 25. You was wild, right? Yeah. That's my point. So like, you must have all these leaders. Like, I'm cool.
But you've been on
you know
the
what
block.
I'm saying?
You tell me there ain't a couple scallywags that when you was on the block and ripping and running that you knocked off that really ain't up to your standards. So what if you?
Different.
But no, it's not. What if your wife looked at you and was like, "Yo, that's like you had that one. You had that one. It ain't different. That's exactly what you said.
Same thing, guys.
It's the same.
Same thing, guys.
What you trying to judge somebody when they pass work?
No.
You can't judge
I'm a man. We talking about how. We talking men. We not gonna sit here and flip this coin. Y'all giving women too much power, man.
But Kanye should know if she's.
No, he giving her too much power.
Yeah, Kanye gotta know that if she
power.
went right to Pete Davis and your breakup, she's just doing that because he is completely opposite from everything you were, and she gonna come back.
Kanye's tripping, cuz.
Just let he is. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say he's a cornball. Because all this shit he doing on social media is really just to get promotion for the album.
He's a Billy boy, so nothing he doing is corny to me. Cause he a Billy boy. Kanye just he that boy. He can't do nothing corny. He a Billy
Everything
boy.
he does
His
is
boots
corny.
is corny, but fuck it, it's Kanye, man. He a Billy boy.
He's a cornball, man.
You know what I mean?
And this is why he does it because people like you,
no,
you know, back up cornball activity.
It don't matter how much money you got, you can't uncornball yourself. If he's a cornball, he is a cornball. He is kind of corny. I just want to stick up for him. I'm playing devil's advocate. I support AB through AB movement. Antonio Brown, you still my man.
Hold on. I called on. Antonio Brown been hanging with Kanye.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. You see when the Super Bowl they both had the mask on. He put the mask.
You see everybody talking about no Kanye paid $5,000 to watch the game like this and at the ski man with just, all you would see was a little freckle in the game. Hilarious, bro.
AB the new Bane. He the new Bane. He the Bane of this world.
But what I'm saying is, he was getting more attention than the game.
Who?
Kanye. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's still a cornball.
No, it's not.
Because most people today are cornballs because they live for social media fame.
What I'm saying, you stop paying that any mind, this stuff fades out. It's really that simple.
Not in today's day and age.
Listen.
Not in today's day, because everything is about views.
So you mad at everybody that's a fan of Kanye right now?
No, I just don't understand why you condone. Like I'm old school, whereas I want to like you for your talent.
Let me ask you something, because do you judge these niggas by how they is off the court, off the field, not rapping and not saying? I could care less what these niggas do. I think you judging their character too much and let you take away from the fact of what they have done, accomplished, or who they are.
I sat here and told you his last 4 albums have been absolute trash. Right?
Is that because his character has been crazy?
No, because his music has been horrible. Right. And he's trying and now he's trying to make up for bad music by doing cornball shit to still get attention. Because if he wasn't doing all this cornball media attention that you need to do. Yes.
See, personally, did you watch the documentary?
I did not yet.
I feel like
I think I would like that because I would like the beginning of West Kanye because I like the beginning.
Kanye is the same person then that he is now, cuz. And I'm dead serious.
But the times are different. The cornball activity went higher. It's
not just that.
It's more relevant. The cornball activity
is more relevant.
More
money. You could be more stupid when you got more money.
And that means I'm not gonna like you because all I care about is you making some great product.
Personally, he does personally.
No, I love him producing for Pusha T. I hate his albums.
All right, let me see if I get my point. Would you want Deshaun Watson as the Eagles quarterback?
I gotta know what's happening with them 22, Joe. But
you're not taking what he did personal, are you? To the point where I don't want that kind of guy on my team.
If it's true, yeah. If it's true, yeah. No, I don't want him. If he really, I
don't care.
22 is too much, H.
I mean, yeah.
22 means you're a predator and you're not stopping.
It's never discussed.
Because if it's 22, you go in the gym. So he ain't playing anyway. Right?
Right.
So there's really not really a need for discussion because if it is true that it was 22, he's going to jail and he's being suspended.
No, but I was just trying to get to a point. Like I said, I think you just
like if Vic, like I had no like all right, he fucked with some dogs. Like all right, he did his time. Yeah, I want him as my quarterback.
Did you not want him on your team because of what he did?
No, I was cool with it.
Because there was people that he can never.
Yeah, no, I'm not that true.
But you are because I've been hearing there's a group of people who say what Deshaun Watson did was real. I won't take him on my team. My thing is like I guess I don't care what these dudes do. Or, you know, because everybody, I got my own flaws. Like you might say, hey, you be here, you know. Yeah. Judge me for what I do when I go to work.
I don't think anybody can make a valid. I don't think anybody can make a valid decision on Deshaun Watson because still everything is unknown. Right. Because if he did do the 22 things, then it's going to be not up for debate because he's not going to be playing.
I take him on Tampa. Listen, let's just say.
But he's not going to be playing because he's going to jail.
Let me say something. Let's just say there's no criminal situation with that, and it becomes all civil.
All right, well then I'll take him. I'll take him then.
Okay, so
I'll take him then.
Okay,
if we settle out of court because they hush.
I thought my fault. I thought he didn't want him because he committed such acts.
Nah, I mean, if they don't go to court,
he can commit them acts, be guilty,
right?
Fine.
If they don't go to court and he ain't found guilty and all that, if they just like, all right, yo, give me $1 million, and he shoot out 22 million and all that go away.
I signed. Well, that's what I'm saying. Though.
Put that green
so do you share a problem with Kanye then?
Yeah. I do have a problem with Kanye because it's cornball.
You share it, but with Deshaun did his corn.
If he did it, we won't know if he did. He just paid them to shut up.
But you said you still take him as your quarterback.
He just paid them to shut up.
But you said you were still taking him as your quarterback.
But we don't know if he did it or not. They just dropped the lawsuits.
You're right.
They just dropped the lawsuits. We don't know if he did it or not.
But it's the same principle.
No, it's not. We know Kanye's the cornball. We know he's outside of the house.
You don't like that boy. He just don't like that.
No. I don't like his actions because he's a cornball. His music stinks, and the only reason why he's relevant now is because of all these. To me, my opinion, I love his production. I hate his songs.
I get you. And you hate him as a person.
He's just a cornball. I don't have no feelings for him as a person. I don't know him. I just think his actions are cornball. Right? And I don't and I'm looking at the fact that I don't really think he wants his wife back. So what are you really doing? If you want to do so my whole premise is I don't like the album that he's going to be putting out. I don't think I'm going to like it because I haven't liked his last little one. Right? So instead of no. But what I'm saying, because
I think I'm going to be sick next week.
No. Because what I'm saying is instead of trying to promote the album because you are talented and you are great, you just rather do all this cornball shit and put out bad music.
But don't a lot of people do that lately?
And that's the problem with the music game.
I like Pusha, but he did what he did with Drake, and then he dropped that John. You know what I'm saying?
But what was corny about what he did with Drake?
I didn't say it was corny.
So there was.
I say everybody does little publicity stunts to sell
but
their album.
This is cornball shit.
Maybe it'd be cornball, but maybe to Kanye's all publicity.
Look at the shit he's trying to do though. Like he's not trying to, he's not going on, like Pusha T's not going on YouTube and smacking up the bodega corner where he sells drugs.
But if you do anything to draw attention to yourself before your album comes,
and that's corny stuff.
If everybody does it though.
And it's corny. I don't listen to everybody. That's the problem.
I mean, that's what these people do now.
And that's the discussion we had now. Everything is not talent. It's all about views that you can get who's more popular. I mean, I was just talking to him in the car.
What's the first thing I said when we first started it? If y'all ignore what he's doing, he'll stop.
I agree with that.
I said that.
I agree with that. But we live in an age where people are not going to ignore it because that's all they know.
So then you can't blame him for the publicity.
I can't because he's a fucking cornball.
If our next John says Soup smacks the shit out of H and we get 400 views,
we would though.
Hold on. Okay.
We win.
No, I'm about to win it.
We might set this up. You might come over here and whop. I'm about
to prove my point. We sat on this podcast millions of times, right? And you sat here and said, who was your favorite rapper?
Jadakiss.
Who was your favorite rap group?
Lux.
Have they ever did some nut shit? To promote an album, to sell an album or anything? No.
Lux was walking around with these white t-shirts on, man.
But did they do anything nutty?
To me, that was nutty. The long white tees that said "Why" was stupid, man.
That said "Why."
It said "Why," man. Remember we had the song "The Why."
I ain't think he was doing that for.
Yeah, I mean,
cut it out.
The whole free Lux Jones kind of.
That wasn't cornball to you. But what I'm saying is, you stuck with them because the music and the quality of shit that they do is great. And they are real people.
But I don't expect that from them. I expect that from Kanye. I expect certain theatrics from certain people. So I can't
let's get to the root of my point. The root of my point is if you are a dope musician, the music, with a little bit of publicity, should sell it. Not this nut cornball shit of walking around with a MAGA hat.
All great musicians are weird. They
can, but no, there's a difference of being weird. Yes, the artistic is weird. Eminem is weird. Joe Budden is weird.
Michael Jackson weird?
Yeah.
He was throwing up buying monkeys and shit. Yeah.
Prince was weird. Jimi Hendrix was weird.
But they were weird, but they were talented. They didn't do stupid public shit like wear a MAGA hat to get attention.
The other guys got little boys to the one.
No. So Michael Jackson holding his baby over the balcony, that wasn't crazy.
That was weird shit, but that was in the end where he wasn't making good music.
saying you like to sleep with little boys wasn't weird.
Who said he was sleeping with little boys?
Mike said it.
No, Mike didn't say he was.
Cuz, play the tape.
No.
What did he say?
He was having sleepovers.
That's my
He was having sleepovers.
He said he was trying to use the Bible and trying to quote the Bible scriptures and saying God wants you to be around these kids. And I said, yo, this boy going.
And what album did he put after that?
I don't know what album. That was an interview.
It was at the end.
He did an interview.
All the music came out first. What I'm trying to say is,
Mike,
Kanye know he putting out trash work, so he does all this stupid
you think
shit.
Really trash though?
Yeah,
you just don't like him.
You don't like his sneakers either, do you?
No, hell no.
See, you don't like Kanye.
No, I told you I like Kanye the producer.
You like the Yeezys?
I like the Kanye the producer, and I like early Kanye. I like Graduate. I like late registration. I like all that. I like all that.
Dark Twisted Fantasy?
That's really good. 808s and Heartbreaks. I like that. Like,
and he stopped right there.
After that,
808 Heartbreak, he stopped.
808 Heartbreaks was good. It's when he started transitioning to this other.
Like Pablo?
It had good songs.
I think
you got mad when he got married to Kim K. You like Kim K?
That's what I think it is.
You like Kim K?
No. First of all, if Ray J is on TV beating my wife, I'm not wifing that.
Yeah. Right? That's what I was saying about certain things. Like I'm kind of good on certain things about if your track record is weird.
Right.
That's why I said sometimes what's wrong with judging. Y'all just grinded me up, and I'm a judge.
I didn't say that. I just said it just depends.
That situation I'm judging.
So if Ray J on tape, then I might try to
see, another dude might say
I might try to get
Kim, but she did it.
I might try to get Kim Yams. Right, I might try to get Kim Yams, but I'm not gonna wife it. There's a difference. Athletes, they share all these bitches.
They do, but they're not wifing them. They just popping them.
No, they do.
Let's segue into that.
That's where we got TV shows from.
Why do they always popping the same chicks?
Because they all run the same circle.
It's the same.
You want to know the truth? Let's get to the shit. They popping the same bitches because they want to impress the other dudes that's in the circle. That's exactly what it is.
How does one chick then pop 5?
Yeah, it's more to look at the dude and say, yeah, I can get that. Yeah. It ain't nothing else other than that. I told you it was scary. I told you these dudes is weird out here.
Weird,
I told you they moving weird, right? They only pop these same chicks, so it's a celebrity status for themselves to look at their man and say, yeah, I can get that too.
That's so weird to me.
Because if I'm famous, I'm getting that money like MB. MB's fiance, whatever, some Italian model, she be all the way out the way. You don't hear no circle.
I've never seen her before.
Right. I have because I read or whatever, but for the most part, he stay out the way. Some of these we know, like shit, we got TV shows that was like, yeah, Paul Pierce here, and then Kevin Garnett over there, and Chad Johnson, like
all the same
ball. Like
I'm like, they be attractive women, but they not like
they're not
goddesses. Like what the
exactly, and they doing it for the clout, man. They doing it weirdo shit. That's what I be trying to say.
That's so weird to me, yo. It's so weird.
To me, that's the biggest thing. Like it's the same with rappers. Like when I was talking about how G Herbo's girl used to be, who's G Herbo's girl used to be, or Moneybag's girl used to be, is now the G Herbo's baby mom or some shit like that. Am I right? What was that, Dante?
She was dating G Herbo.
So the chick was dating G Herbo, and now she's Moneybag Yo's girl. Like you telling me, like one rapper's from Chicago and one rapper from Memphis, but somehow y'all both end up with the same chick, and they got babies by both of y'all. Like
the same group of chicks.
It's weird though. They do it for the dudes.
They not only letting these girls into the party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, they doing it for the dudes. They doing it to impress the homies and not for what they really want. So I just think Kanye's a cornball. I don't think he wants Kim back. He's doing all this because he has a new album coming out. Cornball activity. I'm not a fan of it.
No, I support Kanye and all his.
Give me my music the
right way. I wouldn't let
way.
my kids raised by that.
Be great at what you do.
I'm going deeper.
And just put your product out.
She's not fit to be a good mother.
Who? Kim?
Nope.
Damn.
Her whole family prioritizes the wrong thing, chasing the black man. They teach their daughters just to chase black men. Marcus Allen, O.J. Simpson, it goes deeper, man. I'm with Kanye. I don't support that kind of behavior.
So if you with Kanye, then why you waiting to get his wife back?
Man, he want
like that's what he wants.
He want her back.
He wants back.
Because he can't get his kids. She gonna fight that. So I gotta get this bitch to be around my kids.
He lives next door. He gonna see.
Nah, but I need to be in the presence. She got Pete Davidson walking around in his drawers while my daughters are sitting right there.
You see him walking around in his drawers in their house?
Yeah, because he goofy like that. Pete.
Oh, that's what you say.
Listen,
trying to say white people walking around the drawers?
If I was Pete.
You trying to say white people walking around the house in the drawers?
Yeah.
Come on,
they do weird stuff like that. But if I was Pete,
yeah.
If I was Pete and Kanye keep coming at me, he might do some weird crazy stuff. He might, I don't know. I can't trust him. Pete is weird, cuz.
Okay.
He's weird.
So is Kanye.
Nah, Pete on drugs.
But you just said Kanye shouldn't be with Kim because their whole family is fucked up.
Because he can't get his kids. If you can't get your kids, you gotta go back to
He ain't saying he wants kids. He's saying he wants his wife.
Nah, he wants them kids. He just saying he wants them kids.
Oh, that has nothing to do with the album coming out,
She's
right?
an unfit mother.
That has nothing to do with the album coming out, right?
No, the album.
Cornball.
I think it is publicity stuff, but she's an unfit mother. I just want to say that.
Damn.
You know?
I won't see me. I don't think she a bad parent.
No, I think she's a bad parent.
I don't think that. I just think that
Yeah, he tell us why you really tell us why you really.
No, I want to know why you really mad.
Why you don't like white people?
And I'll take it
Why
back.
you
I don't have no reason to say
Why you don't like white people, H?
No, I ain't got nothing to do with white people.
Why you don't like white people, H?
Oh man.
Davidson's a weirdo. Kardashian family, this and that.
Nah,
the white boy should have got smacked in Wisconsin because he was saying
The
some
white boy
shit to
deserved to
Juwan
be
Howard.
smacked in Wisconsin.
Come on, H. I thought we were
The
better than that.
Kardashian family is definitely known to be what they call nigga lovers. We're gonna leave it at that. And Kanye just my man. So I'm with Kanye because Team AB, Antonio Brown.
So you pulled a race card out whenever you went to. I get it. To
I
support
ain't no
you.
race card. Ain't no race
Right,
card.
because you was okay with Antonio
They don't
Brown
like
with the fake card,
they
but
don't
you didn't
like
like
niggas.
Aaron Rodgers.
They don't
with
like
the
niggas.
kid.
They don't chase athletes.
I guess they do, yeah.
Alright, look
But
at
they ain't the
that
only ones out there chasing
No, but it's a whole group of them. It's a whole flock, a whole family that got rich off of.
Hey, so we just sat here while you was on the screen and talked to all the different girls that just get passed around in the group.
Man.
Kanye should have learned off of Reggie Bush and fucking Ray J. They all on camera smashing Kim, and here he comes. Gets rid of Amber and goes right to Kim.
Kanye slick,
He needs attention.
yeah, he needs attention.
He's the
He
problem.
had his cape on.
He the problem.
He is the problem, but he need his kids, man. He's wrong. That's why he got that crazy. He gotta watch his kids. Pete Davidson wild, man. This boy probably in here doing all kinds of crazy shit.
What else you got here? I think we touched on everything. I think this is a great episode. I'm ready to wrap it up.
Free Tory Lanez, man. Shout out to Tory.
Oh, man.
Tory. How you say free? He's not locked up. What do you say
Nah,
free?
I'm just saying, drop all the charges. We gonna
Canada.
We gonna drop all
You
the
like his
charges.
music too, huh?
I ain't say that.
Tory hot.
I like Tory's music. I don't think it was a blatant. He just shot it out of nowhere. But we'll see when I think they pushed it back to April now.
Yeah,
You
have to get off
think
that
he shot
Tory.
her?
Huh?
Do you think he shot her?
I honestly don't like. It's so messed up. I don't know who
what's
shot
going
who.
on now. I don't know what's
You
going
was
on.
caping for it, but we gonna get back to that. I mean,
No, we wasn't. Well, how we was caping for?
No, you was caping for it.
How was
When
I
it happened,
caping
oh
for it?
no, these niggas be doing this.
That's what I said. Those are the words that I said.
No, you didn't say them exact words.
Those are the words.
Not them exact words, but you was trying to say that Tory was drawing. You was
He was drawing.
All right, well then he ain't shoot it, man. But we gonna get to that, man. When this is all said and done, we gonna get to that because he ain't hit it, man.
See, I'm not gonna front though. I still think that he drove for even being in this situation.
That's what we were saying.
What happened? What did you
For a
hear the
gun
story?
even to
What
be
happened?
pulled out.
No.
If it was nothing but me, two chicks
The
on my
other girl
body,
pulled the
why is the
ratchet.
gun being
The
pulled
other
out?
girl pulled the
No,
ratchet because she just found out that then you was sleeping with my boyfriend the whole
No,
time.
the girl. No. It's the other way around.
Once you start making a certain amount of money, certain stuff.
Right, but H is the other way. H, it's the other way around. Tory was fucking made first and then started fucking the best friend.
That's not what the story.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's what it's
All
supposed
right,
to be. So
chill,
there's no
bro.
need for the best.
Listen.
Hold on. So there's no need for the best friend to find out
let
he
me
was
put
with
mine out there,
Meg
'cause
and
what I
pull the ratchet out.
heard from Act was the girlfriend was knocking Tory first. The girlfriend got COVID, got sent back home, got put in a ventilator. During that time, he started the quarantine music where there's receipts of Megan flying to Canada all crazy. That's when she got with him, and then they blew up at a party that they went to.
Right.
If I'm mistaken, blame my Act. Shout out Act, but that's what I heard verbatim today. I said, oh
party was
shit.
it? Whose party was it?
One of the Kardashians.
Kardashians.
My point.
I just wanted to break that up.
Poison, man. But we get back to that, man. We holler at y'all next week, man.
Poison to the black men, the Kardashians. Huh?
All day, man.
Damn.
That poisonous fruit.
So signing off. And
Hey,
I
man.
just want to give a disclaimer. These are the feelings of H, Harry Mosley, not us.
You know I ain't dropping that word.
Listen, they let you say the N-word on YouTube. They're not gonna care.
No,
Trust me.
but I'm not saying that.
I mean, you ain't got to, but they're not. YouTube won't care.
No.
If I say some other things, though,
No.
you be demonetized before anything.
So once again, like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. Put it on your Instagram page. Put it on your Twitter page. Please show love. Listen to us on Spotify, Google Play, and also now Spin Wax. You can download Spin Wax to your phone. You can get Spin Wax in your car through Sirius. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. We love y'all.